is there anything that is not completely cooked? Like, what are you guys watching? What, like, multiple season continuation blockbuster series is not fucking cooked by now? You know, when they had the strike in Hollywood, did they just keep the scab writers on board and they didn't hire back anyone else that was actually fucking good? Because what is anyone watching that is not fucking cooked by now? Because this isn't even about X-Men '97. I'm gonna talk about it later. But what isn't like Stranger Things, Euphoria, The Boys, like like Avatar? What series is there that isn't fucking cooked by now? And it's worse. It's worse with Avatar, right? Because it's an open book test that they failed. You know, the answers were written out for them in a textbook like a decade ago. You fumbled that bad, and you had the guy that played Jet, you know, being a nonce and being weird with the girl that fucking plays top. End it, nuke that whole project. Stop making the Avatar movie on Paramount. Fucking nuke that whole shit. That didn't happen. Just go back and throw it away and come back and regroup and replan. What is going on? Why can't anyone in Hollywood write something fucking decent? What are we watching? What is not cooked by now? And the first three episodes of this season were glorious, glorious. I was mushroomed out when I watched the first. Oh my fucking god, it was so cool. Genuinely 10 out of 10. And then like we had 9 episodes. We have 9 episodes, and you want to spend one on Charles Xavier, you know, torture porning himself and getting a virus on his computer? Why? What the fuck was that? Oh my! That has to be one of the most underwhelming endings to us the big bad that I think I've ever seen. And I'm not even someone who's like a huge comic book nerd. Like I don't know, like I like comics. I don't know like the lore of like long standing like Marvel X-Men Spider. Like I just don't know that shit. So like when I talk about a series, I'm not gonna like bring up like, oh well, in issue 97, but I don't care. Not to disparage comic book nerds. I just go from the perspective of I'm gonna talk about what I liked about it and what I fucking didn't like about it as its own thing. And if that has anything to do with the comics, then sure. Like I don't even think about that. Um, I was hyped. I was initially hyped to assume that Remy was gonna be like one of like the disciples of Apocalypse. I thought Apocalypse was gonna be here for a while. I didn't know he was gonna get fucking one shotted in a season, but he just shot himself back into Remy and then is living through him, and then the whole ending where like and they did this same thing in the in the first season where in the ending conflict, when you go back and rewatch it, it's like, why didn't they just go and fuck up Bastion and then just deal with Xavier later? Like that's a tomorrow problem, and they had to deal with it right now. Like the conflict is very like contrived. It worked a little bit better in the first season. In the second season, right? They don't even know if killing Remy, like you don't know how Apocalypse did this in the first place. So and what is not cooked? Westworld. Oh my fucking god! It took me, dude. It took me so long. I just started getting over Westworld. I just started getting over Westworld. I've been kind of going backwards of finding stuff to watch now. Like I started watching The Humans, the British TV show, and like if you liked Westworld, I'd recommend it. But like it finally gave me that like kind of eerie kind of like robot fix. It's very different. Like I wouldn't compare them one to one. That's not what that's not what it's about. But I'm just getting over like how fucking trash Westworld is, and I'm getting that like that flashback to being so invested in something that's just going so fucking downhill because they had 2 seasons after season 2, and I would say maybe like hour and a half is watchable, and I give a fuck about those 2 seasons. Like they spent like an entire season just having Aaron Paul and Kid Cudi fuck with us, just fuck with us over nothing. Talk about nothing. About them doing like Uber, like fucking like kill for hire Uber or some shit. Like I don't give a fuck about that. I'm about to start fucking crying live on this shit. Oh my god, I'm just so done with it. What is not fucking cooked? What is good? What are you guys watching that's good? Game of Thrones was another one where like I'm glad I got in and out at the perfect time. I binged it and I was in on the phenomenon like during college when everyone was talking about it and watching it and everything like week to week. And I was noticing, I'm kind of like, I was kind of starting to tune out towards like, and other people were like, no, like it's still so good. I love it. It's got all the action or whatever. And I was like, all right, whatever. And I didn't watch the last season. I didn't even touch it. I got like the Cliff Notes version. I was like, I was okay with that. I was bored of it. Maybe House of Dragon I might pick up. But I know it's not going to be as good. I'm not. Fuck it, whatever. And the Game of Thrones thing might be like a genre specific problem because just that every like Lord magic kind of fantasy that's come out, like Rings of Power, the Wheel of Time show, the Witcher, which I know some people like The Witcher. I just can't. I've gotten into like one of the Witcher movies, the one with like the siren thing. I thought that one was kind of cool. Still pretty fucking lame. It felt like Witcher Disney. I thought it was and the one that the fucking the one about Vesemir. That shit was just fucking garbage Temu brand Castlevania. That shit was not the fucking Witcher. That shit made me so fucking mad where it literally just felt like I was watching Castlevania. Nothing about the way the motherfucker moved or fought or used fucking signs was Witcher. That shit was fucking Castlevania. You guys let me know if Dexter's any good. I feel like I was kind of sufficiently burned with the last episode of, the OG seasons, whatever you want to call it. It got sufficiently weird for me, and it would have to get, like, really fucking good in the new, like, New Blood, Dexter, whatever the fuck. But another thing that just nosedived. We can't have anything. Nothing can be good anymore. Anything that is has multiple movies, multiple seasons, is a continuation is going to fucking be trash because they have not ripped off the scabs yet. They're still working. They're still writing everything. I don't really know where this rant was going. I didn't have much of a plan for it. It was really off the cuff, off the dome. But maybe this is my sign that I need to spend more time writing, get in the lab a little bit, because I think a wave of indie stuff might break up this monotony and just calcified nonsense, calcified crap we see coming out of all like major labels, like major networks, and that might just be. I'm not sure if like I'm getting older and more cynical, and stuff just isn't like meant to appeal to me as much, or the quality is dropping, or like the truth is somewhere in the middle. But certainly, I think we need like an influx. We need like an injection of some indie ideas, some fresh blood, some new shit, and then maybe we'll see some better content. But it might be a lot of like interjection and like interference by executives and producers. That might be a big part of it. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's nonetheless super frustrating to see like nothing can hit home. Nothing feels like it's made for real people anymore. I'm not sure if I'm the only one that feels this, but I just thought I had to put this out there because it's doing me fucking head in. I'll say that. I've also never been more glad to not be a Star Wars fan, if that makes any sense. Like the random things that I really get into here and there, dipping in quality so much. I can't imagine what it's like to have such a big franchise that you're absorbed into and like have so much content of it, but so much of that content be underwhelming. Like, can someone check on Star Wars fans? Are you guys like okay? Do you guys need anything?